Hey, welcome to Oregon Cash Flow Pro. How's everybody doing? It's been a while since we've done a live stream. Chris asked if I diversify across several insurance companies to mitigate the risk of the company going bankrupt. And so I kind of do, but not really. I mean, I do have multiple insurance policies across multiple carriers, but it wasn't with the intent to diversify in the event of bankruptcy. The carriers that I chose are all very highly rated companies, very, very low chance that they'll fail, basically. And that's simply due to their size, their history, and their credit ratings, right? So then he followed up and he said, he believes I showed my national life policy. What other companies do I have? So I currently have a whole life policy with Mass Mutual, multiple whole life policies with Guardian, not just on me, but like on me and my wife. And then I have policies with National Life and policies with Allianz. The National Life policies, I have one on myself and then one on each of my daughters. And then Allianz, I have on each of my daughters. The National Life IUL, I think, was my first policies that I got. Then I went to Mass Mutual. Then I went to Guardian. Then I went to Allianz. So when I started in this industry, National Life was like the top carrier of choice with what I had available to me. I didn't have Allianz available to me at the time. And so I bought that product. You know, I'm definitely a firm believer that if you're going to sell something, you should be utilizing it. Well, as an insurance agent, you should definitely have some of the products that you're trying to sell. Not only is it a good experience for you to go through that sales process with yourself, you go through the application, you go through the exams, getting the policy, you know what the policy looks like, you know the experience that people have to do to sign for those policies and get them delivered. Those are all important to help you work with your clients and understand what they're going through. So that's one thing. The other thing is, if you believe in the product enough to sell it, you should own it. And that's where I'm very transparent with what's going on with my products. So yes, I do have a belief in the products. That's why I bought them. But then how are they actually performing? You know, I think that's important to be transparent about so that people can see that. If I'm willing to share how my products are doing, that just goes to show that not only did I believe in it when I first bought it, but I'm continuing to own it and fund it. And we get to see how it's doing. And you get to see if I'm happy or not with the product that I have and how it's been performing. And for the most part, with all of my products, I'm happy, with a small exception of my National Life policy. When I bought my National Life policy, it was lower MEC limits on IULs at the time. Nothing we can do about that. At the time, they didn't have bonuses. They didn't have uncapped index options. They do now, but they didn't make that available to me as a prior policy owner. So that's my pet peeve. My pet peeve is the best index option I have to choose from with them is still a capped S&P option, and it's not a very good cap. It's like a 8.5 or 9% cap, which might be okay in the long run. Ultimately, I've hit the cap multiple years, and I've already broke even after 3 years in my policies, and I'm happy with that. But if the cap rates stay down, I'm going to have a hard time continuing up where I'm at, which is like averaging, well, before this last year, I was averaging up near 9%. That's an incredible average, which I really like. I would like to be there. Now that the illustrations and the expectations I set were to perform around 6%. So we're well above that. But if the cap rates stay at 9% and we start to get some 0 years, which happened last year, then that's going to start bringing my average down. I might not be able to beat that 6% average unless we cap out a bunch of times. So without access to the uncapped index options and without access to the bonus, I have less likelihood that I'm going to reach that. And of course, I can't fund it as high as I can with the new products. So a little disappointment as far as that regards. I may do a 1035 exchange I am looking to do a 1035 exchange my daughter's National Life policies into an Allianz one and kind of combine the Allianz one I have with them, because I got those with the lower MEC limits as well. So if I do a 1035 exchange, I can move that cash value out of a product that has a low cap, no access to index options or bonus, into one that does. And because of the designs that I did, I don't hardly have any surrender charges, even though it's only 4 years old.
Hope you found value in today's video. If you'd like to find out more about IUL and whole life, check out these videos right over here, and we'll see you next time.
Now go maximize your cash flow.